name is Alex and this is Travel Titbits 50, and this morning I'm at Barnstable and I'm off to visit a new station that opened about a month ago. It's called Marsh Barton, so let's go and have a look at it. Here's a few shots at St David's maintenance facility, and just look at the acceleration of this Hitachi tea set. The signals are ready, let's go. Hello again, and we've arrived at Marsh Barton, the newest station on the GWR network. So I will briefly stop this video and we will take a look at it. So this is the newest, as I said, the newest GWR station on the network, and it was first conceived in 2017. And work began here in 2021, and it was opened earlier this month on the 4th of July. It cost £16 million and is part of a wider project called the Devon Metro. So why is there a station here? Well, as you can see, there's a lot of factories, and this is the attraction of building a station here. It is a massive trading estate, roughly 1.2 square miles of it, and over 500 businesses are based here. Now, it wasn't always like this, of course. Marsh Barton was a place, a medieval business, a medieval village, we should say. And after that, it was a priory which was formed in the 12th century, which unfortunately in 1539 got quashed by Henry VIII. Probably not him personally, but the Marsh Barton Priory ended its days rather suddenly. Presumably not a fantastic amount happened here after that, but in the 20th century, from 1928 till 1957, it was a greyhound track. And after that, the trading estate began to take shape. So this is a modern GDR station, and as you can see, it is unmanned. There are lots of cameras and speakers. Now, having walked in this area, this is not just convenient for people working in the area, it's actually very close to the River Exe. So rather than walking from the city centre, you can get out and...
For your own safety, you are reminded to stand behind the yellow line.
There's access to the river from here, and it's only about a 10-minute walk, and there are many walks around the Exe. I only know this because I've walked from Dawlish all the way to Exeter. I thought it'd take 3 hours, but in fact it took nearer to 8. So having an additional station, well, is rather quite useful. So there is a bridge here, so let's go and have a look up top. Now, two things worth pointing out straight away is that it's pedestrian friendly. Where I got off, there's another pedestrian exit. So let's find a way to cross this bridge. We have some bike racks. I was going to say there was a car park. But we do have a timetables here. So I've arrived here at 10:30. I'm not planning to stay here very long. 10:30, 11:05. Now, I was going to say that there was an opportunity for a car park here, but it seems to be only for GWR personnel. There are some disabled spots. Oh, there is a route over for cars. I was wondering about that. There are some riverside pubs, and of course people like to be able to drive to it. So part of the development, so there was always a way across for vehicles. The age of the building, the bridge, gives us the clue. There is a pedestrian and cycle crossing, which nobody can look over. So there are 0 steps, it's all very user-friendly ramps. Lots of information boards, cycle racks, but no bicycles either side. And roughly, well, all the times for the remainder of the day, presumably, the trains will be stopping here. So I wonder if that is correct, that no more trains will stop after 2 and 2:30. I'm glad I came this morning. So the train journey from Exeter only took about 5 minutes. Half that time was to Exeter St Thomas. So this is an ultra modern station, unmanned. So this is Marsh Barton. Of course, stations like this, there never was a Marsh Barton station here before, but if there had been, it would have had manned, and it might have had sidings and.
The fast train now approaching platform 2 does not stop here. Stand back from the platform edge and hold on to pushchairs and wheelchairs.
Here comes the fast train. So the question one must ask about a station that is on a main line railway. I mean, obviously Marsh Barton isn't the only unmanned station, but given the speed that trains travel at, we seem to be relying totally on CCTV cameras, yellowed line. There's plenty of visual and audible announcements, but it's not 100% a prevention of accidents. And of course, there's several schools of thoughts. I mean, I've been on various European railways where there's very little safety equipment. There's no barriers. You can walk on the tracks, on the stations, and anywhere in between. The general prevailing view of whatever European society I've stepped in, is that, well, common sense is you need to have common sense, and if you get flattened by a train, then so be it. Other countries go a completely opposite direction. I've seen videos about Japan. I've been on some of the London overground trains which have screen doors, and basically the only time you interact with the train is when you get on or off. The other thing which is a big topic at the moment is, should existing manned stations lose that manned status? I travelled from Barnstable today, and that too, it would seem, is an at-risk station. So is that what we really want out of our railways? People said to me once, oh, why are all the cafes and restaurants and pubs full? Well, it's because since the pandemic, everybody's, and maybe before that too, people are desperate to, connect with other humans. So why wouldn't they go to a place where they would mingle with other humans? On public transport, it seems that we're moving away from human interaction and trying to pressurise more situations as this happens. So, should we be doing that for all our public transport? The other thing is, one of my railway friends, who is a real advocate for getting people out of their cars and onto the railways, was explaining about 95% of people travel by car. So how are we going to get them out of their cars and onto public transport? Are they going to come to a station like this instead of going by car? Now, I did mention a car park just over the bridge from here, but is that enough to persuade people out of their cars? Convenience is the main reason, I suspect, that people go by car. So it's a tricky question to answer, and if you have a view on it, I'd love to hear. Alright, catch you on the next video. For part 2 of my outing today, I'm going to the village or small town of Topsham. See you on the next one.